Hi guys! Look how beautiful it is out here. Where's the freaking camera? There it is. Right there. Hey guys! So it's totally gorgeous outside today. The last couple of days it's been a break from the oppressive Texas heat. It's been so nice to be able to walk outside and not instantly start melting. These are my scarecrow arms. So today I want to hang out in the garden because it's gorgeous. So I thought I would take some time to show you all around, show you my little plant babies. This is delicious. This is my first time trying this. Yum. It's hibiscus LaCroix. And look, it's so pretty. There's a couple projects that I definitely need to get done today. The first is my rosemary bush. Actually, I'm probably going to do that second because I'm going to get really dirty when I do that. So we have this rosemary bush. As you can see, it's mostly dead. Unfortunately, I overwatered it, I think. And it got root rot. And this piece of hair looks insane. Oh, come on. Just have to pin it there and then never show any shots of me from behind. It's the magic of showbiz. Hey, it's a magic showbiz thing. Back to the rosemary. So this guy got some root rot and fried in the sun. There are a couple living sections on it still. Most of it's dead, so what I want to do is take it out of there, rinse off the roots, and then cut off the dead parts. I also want to build some trellis. I have a couple climbing plants that I definitely need to build some climbing things for. At Lowe's, the trellis are like really expensive for how simple they are. So I definitely want to just go ahead and build my own. I have some scrap wood. So I have my Bougainvillea, which is my main concern. And also I want it to look the nicest because it is in the front of the house. I also have a blackberry bush over there. I'll show you all in a little bit, but it also needs to climb. And I have several cucumbers over in the planter beds that will want to climb. So my first order of business is going to be figuring out my trellis. Smooth. But before we do anything else, I want to start with a little tour of the garden. Have our little shade box contraption. We built these beds and we layered them with twigs, mulch, and other things, some compost in there. We started pretty late in the season, so we just really got the planting going. But over here we have cucumbers, we have some yellow squash, 2 different kinds of kale, some sweet potatoes that I started from sprouts myself. Over here we have garlic. And then in the second bed, we have several tomato plants, some peppers, and this cucumber plant that, despite having a broken stem, he still is cooking on. We had to put up some burlap to block out the evening sun, and above us, you'll notice, is some shade cloth, which blocks out 30% of the sun. I built this myself by adding some canvas and grommets. That way I could stretch it. I bought this material at a fraction of the cost what it would be if I paid for a fully finished sail. So back behind me is kind of a little herb corner that we got going on. You'll have to excuse the state of our grass over here. There's also quite a bit of, There's also quite a bit of gravel. The yard was in really rough shape when we got the house, and we have been slowly but steadily rehabbing it. I pick up a lot of plastic. Yeah, it's been a mess, but it's okay because it makes me love this place anymore because I have some real sweat equity in the garden. So here, like I said, those are our little herbs. We have oregano, thyme, parsley, lavender, and then over here, some different basils. That little nubby in the back there is some chamomile, and this is a rose bush. It's flowered twice, and they were really pretty, but hopefully we'll get some more in the future. This big old bush is lemongrass, which is delicious in tea. This is the culinary version, so I can cook with it because I love Thai food and want to do some more of that. Balinese food as well has a lot of lemongrass, but it also repels bugs. Ours seems to be a major home for grasshoppers. They are huge. Speaking of huge, look at these sunflowers. This is my tall man. He is taller than I am. I'm almost 5'9". This is a butterfly bush. They will get to be huge. They have a root system of over 6 feet wide. They are beautiful. They have these gorgeous big purple flowers on them. They get to be massive. You've probably seen them before, and if you've seen them, you've smelled them. They're wonderful. Oh look, attack. He's having a hard time because of all the sun here. So I built this little shade thing for him so that he doesn't get too fried. And then of course over here we have our gorgeous, gorgeous patio plants. I have 2 different kinds of mint. This is peppermint and that is spearmint. They definitely both smell different and have a different flavor profile. This ponytail palm was given to me by my mom when I was in college and it has never been happier here. I've had it for over 5 years now, 6 years maybe. Super happy. So over here we have the little avocado grove. These are all sprouted from seeds. I did this was one of my quarantine projects at the beginning of quarantine. I sprouted some baby avocados. I think this one was one of, these 2 were some of the OGs. And then this guy who's really cool, he had grown up just like this, had big leaves. They got sunburned the first day out here though, because I have an umbrella that I just keep up now all the time. Anyway, this guy got sunburned, so I cut him off. He grew new leaves. Those died. I don't think it was sunburn. Anyway, so then I just cut the whole stalk off. See, it's right here. But a new stalk has grown, a new little baby. So right now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 avocado plants out here. I have 2 more on the windowsill and 2 more in a jar splitting. Pretty cool stuff. I don't know what these are called, but I love them. They remind me of Jurassic Park. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Could I be any weirder? Yes. Yes, I can. Anyway, I have 2 of these 2 Jurassic Park plants. I think they're gorgeous. This one's my favorite, but don't tell him. Yay, plants. Yay, little plants. These are baby pumpkins. The J is for jack-o'-lantern and the S is for sugar pumpkin. Sugar pumpkins are the edible pumpkins that are great for making pumpkin pie, pumpkin curry, pumpkin everything. And the jack-o'-lanterns, of course, are going to be great for carving. Can't wait. This is one plant that I broke and stuffed into a bunch of different little pots. It's called a wandering Jew, and it is one of my favorites. Gorgeous, right? So fun. I thought I killed it, but I didn't. Just stuck all the broken pieces into some dirt, and now I have a jungle. Maybe we should do something productive? What do you think? Yeah? Okay. So here we are in the beautiful scrapyard, aka our driveway. This is a pile of concrete from a slab that I busted up with a sledgehammer. It was awesome, but we have this huge pile of concrete. It was all in our yard. I'm telling you, our yard was a mess. This is what we're going to be using for the trellis today. It is some 1x2, I believe, in varying lengths, obtained from a wood pile. This is just some more scrap wood. Over there in the corner, you got some bamboo that we're going to make a wattle fence with, which I'm super excited about. I don't know if I'll get to that today, but it's going to be awesome when it's done. It's just like a woven fence. And then over there we have some scrap gutter that we got from behind our shed. We think this gutter over here is just a total mess. It pours water out, and we have a water collection system, so we don't want to be wasting water. We want everything to be going in the right direction. So we might add some of the gutter there. I've also seen some cute tutorials for planting strawberries in old gutters. So, I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. First, I sorted through all the scrap wood and found two pieces that were approximately the same length that I thought would work really well for the beams. I was purposefully excluding some of the nicest pieces of wood because I have a really cool project lined up that I can't wait to share with you guys. All right, so this is going to be where the trellis goes, right here on the corner for my little Bougainvillea. All that white powder that you see on the ground is diatomaceous earth. It's a non-toxic way to kill bugs or in your yard and in your house, safe around pets. It's only harmful to animals with an exoskeleton, so your bugs. Anyway, so this is where it's gonna go, and that's kind of how I want it to look. So now I'm just gonna eyeball it. I cut them out to be the exact same length, laid them out on the ground, and measured them so that they were about the width that I needed them to be. Since we're going for a farmhouse look, I knew it didn't need to be perfect, but I wanted it to fit like it did when I stood it up against the house and eyeballed it. Next, the rungs. I wanted to be as economical with the wood as I could possibly be, so that I would have as much as possible left over for future projects. I had a short piece that I knew I wanted to use, and I grabbed some additional pieces so I could figure out how many rungs I wanted in the final project. I made sure to space out the rungs evenly, and I even measured to make sure that it was perfect. This is important because rustic can become a slippery slope to sloppy really fast. Once I figured out how long I needed the rungs to be, I did some quick math to figure out how many pieces I could cut from the larger pieces of wood. I was able to cut 4 rungs from 2 pieces, saving myself the majority of the scrap. Before cutting, I removed the old nails still stuck in the wood. Luckily, I was able to pull most of them out straight and reuse them during assembly. I ended up trimming them a bit once I thought I was done with them, so that they would have the same length of overhang on every side. Finally, time to assemble. I wanted this project to cost me nothing, so I decided to use the gigantic rusty nails that I'd found in the wood, instead of grabbing a few small wood screws, which would have been less work and more appropriate for the project. I ended up being one nail short, of course. Luckily, I was able to hammer a crooked one into semi-straightness and use that. For the final finishing touch, I flipped it over and hammered down the tips of the nails that were sticking out of the back. No tetanus in this garden, thank you very much. Perfect. After just a little fussing around, I got my trellis into position. I ended up moving it a little bit, which caused it to end up crooked, but I really like how it turned out. I guided the Bougainvillea onto the trellis. Be careful. If you aren't gentle, you may accidentally snap off a less flexible branch. I speak from experience, unfortunately. Luckily, plants are really hardy, so even if you do accidentally snap off the head of your branch, it'll grow back. Don't worry. And here it is. I'm so happy with how this project turned out. I think my Bougainvillea has found a lovely home, and I can't wait to watch it flourish and take over this entire trellis over the next couple of years. Well, my friends, thank you for coming to my garden today. I had so much fun just doing like little projects and sharing them with you. Keep checking back for more videos. Make sure you like and subscribe. See you next time. And now we're in close-up.